Wow, that's a big question.
People walking away from the faith.
Stress and anxiety.
I had so many questions to God.
The hardest question ever.
It's hard.
Sometimes we don't understand.
When you don't really have a lot of friends.
My body just shut down.
Hey, I'm here with...
And we are LIN D.
LIN D! Hi! And we're catching up here at Big Church Festival. So, LIN D, lovely to see you. I don't know if you guys want to just hug in a little bit that way. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. And we're here at Big Church. But you've come all the way from...
Sweden.
Jag kan inte prata svenska. That's about my sum total, because I did go to Sweden, perform as I told you in front of the King of Sweden. That was a little bit of Swedish I learned. But you speak English. So I just said I don't speak Swedish. So why is it that a lot of your songs are in English?
Well, it's basically we all learn English from a very young age in Sweden, and also we can reach much more people with the English language than the Swedish language.
Fantastic, makes sense. Well, your English is very good. So can you introduce each of yourselves and just tell me a little fun fact about you?
Wow, okay. I'm Emmy, I'm 23 years old, and I actually love country music.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. I'm Dennis. I'm 25, soon 26. And a fun fact, I've been to all continents in the world.
Wow, you are a travelled man.
I'm Ella, I'm the youngest one, I'm 21, and I actually do nails. So I did my nails, and I did my sister's nails.
Mine too.
Becky has right now.
Not these.
Yeah, done it. As you can see, mine are not done. I'm not showing those off. It's not your first time in the UK, I heard. So how long has LIN D been going?
So we've actually been making music our whole lives since we were small kids. So we started making Christian kids music in Swedish and made 6 albums and traveled with the whole family and everything. But the LIN D group has been since 2017. So that's all 3 of us.
Fantastic. So LIN D is obviously like your surname. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
But spelt slightly differently, the shortened version. Yeah. Fantastic. So favourite track or your favourite moment since being here?
We're so grateful that so many have come up to us and said that they listen to our music, and just some people have like told us what the music means to them, and that's why we do what we do, because we want to impact people and inspire people in their faith and impact them with the love of God. And when people like come up to us and tell us that it has done exactly that, that's very, very special, and we're very grateful for that.
It's very special to us to see how one of our songs, a song called Move, has really been spreading, and like we've seen that a lot of people here in the UK has responded to that song, and we saw that on stage. We're so grateful. We're seeing it reach outside of a lot of Christian communities, and hearing that atheists love it, or like Muslims have found it, and that it really encourages them to look up Jesus and see what it's like. So that's been amazing.
But yeah, I've been playing it on my show, and I think it gets people dancing. It has a happy feel, and I think people are searching for that feeling of joy and of happiness. That's what they want, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, I just agree with them. We love coming here to Big Church. It's so amazing to see that it's so many cultures and people from different backgrounds coming together for just one purpose, and to praise Jesus, and do that with like a lot of concerts and like centered around music. It's just amazing, and we're always like super inspired going back to Sweden after we've been here.
Life on the road, I know, can be an adventure. It can be great fun, but it can be a challenge. There's lots of things people don't realize. What are your kind of favorite moments? What is it that you really like, and what is it perhaps behind the scenes that people don't realize can be a bit challenging?
Sometimes the early mornings can be a little bit challenging, but we really love touring together. We actually went on a tour in America together, where we lived in an RV for 3 months, and that was actually really fun. We enjoyed it together.
Yeah, I would say same. Some early mornings aren't always our favorite things, but when you come out and you meet the people and you do the shows, it's all worth it. So that's the best part, to see the people in the crowd enjoying themselves, praising God, and that's why we do what we do. So
Yeah, I have nothing to add. I'm gonna say what they said.
Fantastic. So, what's your favorite song and why?
Of all time. Wow, that's a big question. Wow, it's probably gonna be some worship song that have helped me through difficult time. I've listened a lot to Tiffany Hudson. She has her own album. All of the songs on there have helped me through and inspired me in my faith, and just like deepened my faith in Jesus. Tiffany Hudson.
that's the hardest question ever. But a song that's really been impacting me and that I've loved for many years is there's a version of Draw Me Close that Michael W. Smith did with like a symphony orchestra. I love that. It's my favorite song, but also like with the whole orchestration, I love that as well, being a producer. So just that mix is my favorite.
For me, right now, it's probably Anything by Sunday. I love everything that he's doing. I love Madison Ryan Ward. Really enjoy listening to her. Yeah, that's just some different. I don't think I can pick one. It's hard.
And so they're all quite different vibes,
Yeah.
aren't they? So, what is at the heart of what you want to bring through your music? And what do you do, each of you? I mean, I saw you all sing, but do you have like certain roles within that, like the writing process or the music compilation? How does that work?
We want to spread hope and faith to, of course, all people, but especially to our generation, like young adults and teenagers that we see really need Jesus, not only in Sweden, but all over the world. We want people to walk away from the music with just knowing that they're made by God and that God has a purpose for their life, and that no matter how the world looks, because I mean we look in the news and it's just darkness every day, but that we can trust in Jesus, that He is a solid ground that we can build our lives on, no matter how everything around us looks. So that's really the heart behind it. And then of course, I mean, we want people to enjoy the music in itself, but that's the purpose behind everything.
Yeah. And Dennis produces all our music, and we all write it together. And then we have some different roles, like I do a lot of the styling and creative, like the visual part of it, and we all do everything together. Emmy's more, we all do the social media together, and yeah, in the writing process we all come together and make it all complete.
Do you ever fall out? I mean, you're siblings, yeah, and I'm sure you've got a fantastic relationship. We can see it on stage. But how do you cope with going on stage when, having been in a band, even though they weren't siblings? You know, you have those moments when things aren't so good. How do you work through that? What do you do?
I mean, we all are Christians, obviously, and believers, and forgiveness is really big, because we have really, really great relationships. But also, like in every relationship, sometimes things happen and you have to work it out. And just being quick to say I'm sorry and quick to forgive is very important for us. But also, it works really great, so we don't have like big issues behind the scenes.
That's fantastic. That's good to hear. What have you got coming in the sort of imminent future?
Yeah. We just told it on stage, actually. We haven't really posted it yet, but it's coming soon. We're dropping a project with a bunch of new songs called Honest to God.
Yeah.
And what's the heart behind it?
It's really like the title saying honest to God. It's really us opening up and being maybe more vulnerable in our lyrics, and also more like, we've been finding a sound that we really enjoy and that we really like ourselves, and so that's really us being honest.
So who are you Ella, Emmy, Dennis, individually, you've all got your own personality, your own challenges. Your parents may be Christians, but you've had to walk your own faith journey and discover that for yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about your individual moment? Maybe what's the biggest challenge that you've walked through personally?
Yeah, so we all grew up in a Christian family, and I wouldn't say any of us have had like a rebellious period like that. We've all been walking with God for our whole lives, but I had a season where stress and anxiety got way too big, and I worried a lot about things I couldn't control. So that took very much of my energy, and I kind of crashed. Like my body just shut down. But I realized what I had to do was just lay everything down at Jesus' feet and just give him 100% and not go around worrying and stressing over things. So I've really learned that. And now I'm in a much better place with God, and realized it's so important to really nurture your relationship with Him. It's so important.
That's so amazing. I've heard other artists, Ellie Limebear, you may have heard her on stage the other night. She the same, had a similar journey and a walk, and I think it really encourages other people to hear that. So bless you.
Yeah, so I'm obviously the oldest one, but when I was in my teenage years, we had a little thing in our church where it was some problems, so it ended up being the whole youth group was shrunk down to just a few people. So that was in maybe the most important years, I didn't really have that big community with a lot of other Christians, and I was almost the only Christian in my football team and all of that. So there was some challenges with that, but I've always stayed with God through everything, and I've just seen with him being faithful and also me staying with God, he's just blessed that from the years to come after that. And now we have a lot of a big community with a lot of young adults back home in our town and in church, and but it can be hard in those teenage years when you don't really have a lot of friends, and you see people walking away from the faith, and you're like, okay, is this really something that I want to do for myself, not just what my parents have told me? But I'm very grateful for that period, because that made my faith very strong, and I had to build my own relationship with God and not depend on friends or family and other people.
Yeah. That's a great message too. I think a lot of people will relate, because they are seeking, things in the world as well, or questioning, especially when they've been brought up in a Christian household, and discovering, as you said, being strengthened in your own faith.
Yeah. I think a few years back we experienced the first loss within our family, which our grandfather passed away from cancer, and it was the first time that and we had prayed and really believed that he would live on, but that didn't happen. And I had so many questions to God, because you hear that, and I still believe that we can see healing in Jesus' name, but the question is why doesn't it happen every time? And just as Dennis said, I've experienced that sticking with God, and even through the questions and things you don't understand, just standing on that He is good all the time, no matter what, and His thoughts are higher and His plans are higher, and sometimes we don't understand, but He is faithful through it all, and He is good. It's like the Waymaker song, even when I don't see it, He's working, and so that's the hardest season, but God has been faithful in ways that I didn't understand until later. So.
Bless you. I think 3 very powerful messages, because loss is something that I think a lot of people are going through in different ways, all kind of not just death, but it does remind us that we are living an eternal destination, but this world is temporary, and to question it at a young age helps us to really navigate and discover, what is it that we believe in. So powerful stuff. So is that how you're coming about your songs now then, bringing these kind of personal experiences and putting your own heart and your own voice in them.
Yeah, I think you will hear all of these stories kind of in the new project. It's gonna be cool to see how that message like translates to people.
What's your favorite scripture and why?
Wow. So I really like Philippians 4 and 6 to 7, where it says, let's see if I can know it in English, but it says that the peace of God, which like transcends all thinking, that will give you peace in your mind and in your heart. So I've really, from all of that experience I had with a lot of stress and worrying, that has really helped me to just give God everything, and I can ask Him for that, and He can give me peace, and that's amazing.
So if you're struggling with anxiety, go to Philippians 4, 6 to 9.
Colossians 3 and verses 1 and 2, 3, I think. It says basically to put your eyes on the things above and not like on everything we see around us, and that reminds me to keep my focus on the things of heaven and not just everything around me going on here in the world.
That sounds like one to put on the wall or the mirror.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of favorites, but Romans 8:28, where it says that God will work everything for good for those who love Him and who are called by Him. Yeah, it's been with me through a lot. So.
Yes, ditto. I've carried that one, because even when you don't see it, He's still good and He's still God. That's a Philippa Hanna song, Still God. Very good. Yes, I interviewed her and she told us all about it, the story behind it, and I think you'd relate. I do ask people when I interview, like, having been on stage, I know that things go wrong. Embarrassing, funny moments, like when I fell off stage and landed up, and then somebody at the end said, "Did you do that deliberate, or was that part of the act?" You know, can you tell me any little moments before we finish up?
I would say the most memorable one is Dennis moments. We had once.
I've had some moments.
Yeah.
Once I had on a full like white outfit, and in the middle of a song my nose started running, bleeding. I managed to not get anything on my clothes because I was running off stage, but yeah. And then one time I was jumping on stage, and the stage was like wooden floor, and I was taking this big jump and then just went right through
Straight through the floor.
with one leg. So one leg was like stuck down, and then my body was
So did they think it was part of the act?
no, I don't think so.
I don't think
Since
so.
the floor broke, I don't think so.
Yeah, we couldn't have planned it that good. No. Those are the best ones for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so in closing, what have I not asked you that you want to tell my audience?
That we haven't tell you. Jesus loves you.
That you have a firm foundation you can build your life on, and that's Jesus. He loves you so much.
Thank you so much, Lindy.